What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy, Luciferian Prince, coming at y'all once again. Welcome. I thank y'all for all the support and all my viewers and all the people who have been watching my videos and so forth and so on, and taking in the knowledge for what it's worth. Because on Lord and Light Luciferian Prince 7.7 channel, I'm gonna give it to you raw, real, uncut. Simple as that. I thank y'all for your participation and us keeping 2025 moving in a positive direction, irrespective of hell breaking loose around us. But before I proceed, if you're watching this around children, as I always say, as my videos are not for children on this channel, please remove them from your immediate vicinity. Tell them skedaddle to Seattle. This is what it is. Now, this does not constitute legal advice. The sole purpose of this information is for educational and informational purposes only for the general public, protected by the provision of the First Amendment of the Constitution, irrespective of a paper construct. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want regardless, because freedom of speech lies within the creator, not in man. Simple as that. Say what the hell I want. As long as I don't offend nobody personally or, whatever. But if it don't apply, let it fly. Simple as that. Now, what I want to title this video as is Notice to County Clerk. Probably did a video prior, but I got to go a little bit further into this because I want people to understand that when you embark upon this journey, okay, and this journey becoming secure party creditor, I want to say this, and I want to say this in the most honest sense that I can say it, as I always do. You're going to face a lot of roadblocks in regards to filing your documentation and your paperwork and getting it in a proper place. You're going to face a lot. Now, the reason being is because this is not a very common path that's used for a lot of people securing themselves in commerce, because in layman's terms, you fucking with their paper. Okay? However, you must stand firm and you must stand stalwart and tell yourself this, and I do this in my personal life. Fuck your commerce. If it affects me, I can give a damn less. Because I'm not going to let your commercial ventures put me in liability. Okay? Now, the reason I'm saying this and I'm bringing awareness to the community is because I want you to understand one thing. They all work together. Period. Judges, clerks, prosecutors, they all work together. All right? What you must understand is that I don't give a fuck, like I said, about them and their commercial ventures, because we all know the more you delve into this knowledge, the more crooked you figure out this shit is. Now, everybody wants to go dance around the shit and try to act like, this don't exist. Yes, it does, people. They are your commercial enemy. They might be decent people, but when they put on that commercial figure, that position, they totally switch into protecting the interests of the state. Now, me, myself, my private business is not the business of the state. I don't give a fuck what the state says. I honestly don't. And I tell people that in regards to this, I'm not saying you have to be belligerent, but you have to have a belligerent spirit to not okay that shit, because your interest lies within the fact of your documentation being in the right place. It's just that simple. And I know a lot of people have this timidness and this fear, and of course it's understandable, because when you tread into different knowledge, yes, it's easy to be apprehensive. We get that. But you're talking to a person, or listening to, I should say, and those who have talked to me, I'm a motherfucking veteran when it comes to this. Now, I'm not no ultra mega guru, because when I handle my business respectfully. But I'm just sidebarring with my subscribers and my viewers on this video just to let y'all know, you got to get that fucking fear out your system. Because fear don't get shit done. I'm just sorry to break the news to you, but fear doesn't get anything done. Fear paralyzes initiative. So if you go to a clerk's office and you got some documentation, you better make sure you leave with that shit filed. Now, people are like, well, what if they don't file it? They're breaking the fucking law. Not only that, they're breaking the law, and there is a fine and imprisonment that goes along with that. Remember, as a sovereign, you are law enforcement. Not some motherfuckers in a uniform. They are policy enforcers. They're not law enforcement. Your job is to research and study the law and make sure you apply it to get your motherfucking commercial ventures moving forward. I tell the citizenry, you are law enforcement. Don't get it messed up. Now, I know it's a lot of people who got cognitive dissonance and they be like, well, these people, no. Those are people who are acting under color of law. Color of law is not law. It's just acting like I'm law. You are law enforcement, people, because the law that you study should apply to your benefit, not to the benefit of a policy that's enforced by state actors. Let's get that straight. Okay? I want to make sure we get this straight. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, well, you know, that's your problem. That's your fucking problem. You on the wrong channel if you still thinking that something else that is acting as law has power over you. You got to get your fucking thinking straight. You are your own worst enemy when it comes to that type of thinking. But what am I saying when I say this? Enforcement. You must politely go into a venue and make sure that you see these documentations and make sure it's filed correctly. Now, why am I saying this? When I first started this journey, like actually putting it on paper, not just reading and researching and study, actually putting it on paper, I submitted these documentations to, I was in Fulton County in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was about to file this paperwork and they called the court clerk herself. I forget her name. It's been so long ago, but irrespective of that, yeah, she comes down. I'm talking about the head clerk of court, like the one that got her name emblazoned all over every fucking door in every office, right? If you've been to Fulton County Courthouse, you already know what I'm talking about. But her, the main one. So she's asking me about the documentations which I'm about to file, and I'm explaining it to her very simplistically, right? Now, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Let's just say that. For those who know, you know. And I sat there and explained it to her with her and her assistant. And she was like, oh, well, we need a judge's order to file this paperwork. Now, I know goddamn well I had no case pending in court whatsoever, but it was pertaining to a court case that had already been resolved. You know what I'm saying? But again, they protect the interests of the court. So I would expect for her to spin me, right? So then turns around and she was like, well, we need a judge's order. You have to go up to this courtroom, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I don't. I said, I don't have a pending court case on the 7th floor. I had a case that was resolved a few months ago, and I'm trying to get these attached to that case and that number. I don't need to go before a judge. Oh, okay. Well, you just wait right here, and we'll be with you in a second. This is when I knew they weren't trying to go for it. But it was a surprise, though. So I sat there. Now, mind you, I got there like about 4 o'clock. You know, business hours for many courthouses, 5 o'clock. It's a done data. Sat there till 5 o'clock. I said, good. You waste my time, I'll waste your time. So when I tell people that it is breaking the law, people, it really is. Now, did I get my paperwork filed? Fuck yeah. But what did I have to do? I had to file a notice with the actual county clerk against the court clerk. Now, the county clerk ain't give me no motherfucking problem. Now I'm saying, it was like, oh, okay, cool. Give me my item number for the documentation. It was like, okay, smooth on. That was it. But once I got it on public record, I also sent her a copy of the titles of the crimes against justice. I gave her a copy of that. You know what I'm saying? And I told her I sent it to a certified mail restricted signature specifically for her. And I also sent a cover letter in regards to that and let her know you have conspiracy to defeat enforcement of the laws, which is one of them that I highlighted. And I totally highlighted these particular sections. And it says, Section 5407, if 2 or more persons in any state or territory conspire for the purpose of impeding, hindering, obstructing, or defeating in any manner the due course of justice in any state or territory with intent to deny to any citizen the equal protection of the laws or to injure him or his property for lawfully enforcing or attempting to enforce the right of any person or class of persons to the equal protection of the laws, each such person shall be punished by a fine of not less than $500, nor more than $5,000, or by imprisonment with or without hard labor not less than 6 months, nor more than 6 years, or by both such fine and imprisonment. Right? Now, a lot of people be like, damn, is that real? Absolutely. Because what did I do? I turned around and went to federal court, filed a lawsuit. Now, once she received the summons of the lawsuit, next thing you know, all of a sudden, here it goes, mailed to my address at the time. I was staying in Fairburn, Georgia, mailed to my address. Oh, filed. Now, was it really filed? I never know to this day. Maybe she probably put filed stamp on it and probably sent it to me. I don't know. Whatever it was, it damn sure worked, because I can say that later on, like down the line, when I wanted to do my checkup, when I had some other documentation I was working on, they knew exactly what I was talking about. I had no resistance. Now, here's the thing. The first time I actually went to go do it, prior to talking to her, the second time initially, I went up to the window and I was sitting there, passing documentation. And then all of a sudden, it's like 8 motherfucking tyrants come out the fucking elevator and standing all around me and shit. Now, mind you, I'm not yelling, I'm not cursing, I'm not doing shit. I'm just literally just standing there quiet as the motherfucking church mouse, wanting my paperwork filed. Why the fuck you gotta call these motherfuckers up here? Because I understand their job is to try to make you look like a belligerent so they can do whatever they need to do against you. I tell you people, when y'all dealing with these processes, have a cool head. They can't wait for the opportunity to try to make you out to be the bad guy or bad woman. I'm letting you know right now, have a cool head. If indeed you need to. And now, since at the time they didn't have them, but hell, invest in a body cam or a recorder. You know what I'm saying? It's not illegal to have a body cam. Hell no. And people are like, you gonna have a body? You fucking right. You fucking right. Because when you're dealing with this, you are your own safeguard and security. I'm just gonna be the one to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You are your own safeguard and security. See, when the camera's on people, they act different. I'm telling you the truth. You let them know cops have them, and citizenry can have them too. Hell, they on Amazon, or you can go to TikTok shop, either or. I suggest you just get one as soon as possible. Get you a body cam. And if you go to court, they even have one that you can record too. Audio. Come on now. I'm just giving y'all the game. You have to be your own safeguard. Because if you want to enforce something that you're going to basically go after somebody on a civil front, and you want some recoupment for some type of injury or whatever, you had that shit recorded. I'm telling y'all people, you have to get out of the state of fear and learn how to enforce your law. Your law is the divine law. Fuck man's law. As long as you don't harm a person, their property, and you honor your creator with all your heart, mind, soul, and understanding, fuck man's law. Man's law is only designed to benefit a certain few. It is not meant for everybody. The creator's law is meant for everybody. The sunshine on the wicked and the motherfucking good alike. So when you get to that point, you start to understand your true sovereignty, stepping into your true self. See, this society and this culture, this world period, wants to be a fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? And the little bit of freedom that people do express, they want to suppress even that. But we can't have that happen, not on my motherfucking clock. I'm so sorry for them. Because my job on this earth, for the limited time and spirit that I got to live on this earth, is to be free of all encumbrances. As long as I don't harm a person or their property. Simple as that. I don't never have to worry about entangling myself with that system ever. I fucking hate it. I hate courts. I don't like them. They're dishonest. They're not real. And they only are there for the simple fact of getting commerce for the state. That's it. And when we understand this, we start to align ourselves with our creator's purpose. Staying away from shaitan. You see what I'm saying? That's just the truth. We know how it goes with that type of system. Because it's all based on, as I said in the previous video, the worship of Mammon. People, we are in spiritual warfare. We war not against flesh and blood, though. So just because somebody looks like you that works in a position doesn't mean they align with your spirit and your purpose. Let's get that shit straight. And just because you think that this is supposed to work that way, it's not meant for you. The only system that's meant for you is the creator's system that was given to you from your birth. And let's keep it real. They even try to steal that. But now when you have this knowledge being spread out there and letting them know you can free yourself from contracts and encumbrances, here it goes. Here comes the obstructionism. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And to be honest with you, if you walk in the spirit and in faith, you ain't got shit to fear. But if you do not have that spirit that the Creator gives you to have a sound mind, then you in shambles. And I'm saying that redemption, to be honest with you, and I'm not preaching, I'm teaching, is a spiritual transformation. It is you dying to the world and becoming an eternal source for you and your family, not for the system. Do you want to be held down in perpetuity to a commercial construct? You know what I'm saying? Do you? Like, real talk. Pardon the alarm. Neighbors is up getting ready for work. But I'm just saying, on a realistic note, you have to take that into strict consideration that this is the truth. And the reality is that you have to understand that in your heart of hearts, you have to walk in your faith and your truth. Other than that, people, enforce the law that the Creator gave you, which is divine commandments, and live your life in your sovereignty. Other than that, y'all stay tuned. Peace, light, love. See y'all later. Agents, fuck you. I'm out.